Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Ganganapate Namaha. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Gurudeva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Gunatita Vaksharam Brahma Bhagavan Purushottamaha. Jano Janandidam Satyam Muchyate Bhavabandhanat. Om Bhagavate Shri Swaminarayanaya Namaha. Shri Lakshmi Narayanaya Namaha. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Shri Uma Maheshwara Swamine Namo Namaha. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Iva Bandhanan Mrityar Mukshya Mamritat. Om Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Hanumanji Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 1st of December 2024. I want to welcome you all to Nitya Satsang, Morning Satsang, and our continuing contemplation on the extraordinary and beautiful ideas of Advaita Vedanta. Please do keep in mind that these ideas are foundational in understanding all of the Advaitic scriptures written by Adi Jagat Guru Shankaracharya Ji and all the Acharyas that have come after him also. So I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Paramatma residing everywhere and in the heart of every being. We have been continuing to examine major concepts, and today we're moving further to understand the 6 Urmis, Shad Urmi as it is called. Depending on the classification system, these are classified in different ways in different places. Yesterday I talked about Kshuda and thirst, hunger and thirst. And in this current list, there's also Jara, Maran, Shok, and Bhai. These 4 are also added. But there is another list like this. So another classification is Kshuda, thirst, Shok, Moha, Bhai, Nidra. That is another classification. There's sometimes the 6 Urmis are also classified this way. And these are all Urmis, in fact. That is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mad, Matsar. These are the Shad Ripus, actually. But they can also be considered waves. So it just depends on which commentators, how they have classified, these waves. Urmi, remember, Urmi means wave. But wave meaning what? Wave meaning it's an analogy, right? Like you have the ocean and you have the wave. So similarly, the experience of thirst and hunger, the experience of old age, becoming old, the body becoming old, and then dying ultimately, marana, dying and then, what am I saying? It's the becoming old, the decay process, and then eventually dying. These are waves. What does that mean exactly? Why is that considered a wave? Because a wave, like on the wave on the ocean, it has a beginning, it has a sustenance, and it has an end. Every wave on the ocean has a beginning, a sustenance, and an end. And it is unreal. There's really nothing like a wave. There's only the ocean. This is the whole point of Advaita Vedanta. That this experience of old age, decay, death, shoka, bhaya, fear, all of these experiences, hunger, thirst, they are real experiences, but they come and go. We know that they come and go. Does it mean that they're unreal? They are not unreal, but they are not ultimately real. We cannot say that the wave doesn't exist. So let's be clear on this point. We cannot say that the wave doesn't exist on the ocean. It does exist. But from a tattva point of view, there is nothing really like a wave. There's only water. There's only the ocean. There's only the H2O molecule. Nothing else is there. And then there is the same power within the ocean that is creating the wave. Similarly, the creation of the body this body, which we have identified as this is me. Main ye sharir hu. I am this body. I feel that I am this body. This is the kind of identification we all seem to have. That identification is unreal. That identification is there, but that is avidya. It is like saying that the wave is separate from the ocean, something different from the ocean. No, it is not. So the experience of birth and death, let's look at this today. How many people are born? It's not just people, beings, billions. It's just nobody knows, right? And that's just on this planet. Every second, microsecond, so many beings, meaning the bodies have come into being, into this world. Every second they go away. Coming, going, coming, going. Jara and mrityu. Jara meaning, and then eventually, sustaining for some time and then going away. Yes, this is a wave. But why is it like this? What is the reason for having this type of experience? From a pure Advaitic standpoint, how can Brahman, which is the ultimate reality, experience this type of phenomena itself? In pure Advaita Vedanta, or in Advaita Vedanta of any form, really, there's nothing like Aneka Jivavad. It is Eka Jivavad. That there's only one Jiva, not infinite Jivas. This is what they say. That this Jiva here, another Jiva there, another person there, we have the sense that we are all different. Each Jivatma is separate. But Advaita says it's not separate. It is only one Brahman that is appearing as many Jivatma. It's very interesting. And it's also very powerful to realize, because from a Jnana point of view, to awaken one's vision that the life and death of the body is just a wave on the ocean. It's just the Brahman appearing this way. It's an appearance. It's not that the Brahman or that infinite consciousness has degraded into the body. It is not that the ocean has degraded into the wave. Ocean doesn't really become a wave. It is the wave. It's not anything different. Similarly, all the forms of Prakriti, this body also, and other bodies and other forms that are diverse and multifaceted, that is the power of Maya. That is the great mystery. What is Maya? But whatever it may be, but that is what it has manifesting. All of the different diverse worlds. Worlds upon worlds are created, Brahmanda, and the Jivatma that are experiencing within the Brahmanda. So when we are sitting for dhyan, what is the practical dhyan or meditation technique in Jara and Maran? First thing is to sit and just to observe. Just to observe millions and billions coming and going, all species, not just humans. Coming and going, coming and going. Only as waves on the ocean. How much significance do we give to a wave on the ocean? For example, if Sachin is standing on Rehoboth Beach and the waves are coming one after another, how much? Yeah, I see. Oh, there's some waves are big, some are small, some are this, some are that. Yes, while they're there, we say, oh, that's a beautiful wave. You can even float on the wave and do different things. But how much do we remember even a wave? Once the wave crashes onto the beach, it's forgotten. There's no more wave. There was nothing really like a wave. There was, in some sense, there was only the ocean. The water still remains the same. The wave disappears after it crashes, but the water doesn't disappear. The water is just the water. How much attachment does anybody standing on the beach have to one wave, to 5 waves, to 10 waves, 2,000 waves? How much attachment anybody has? Nobody has any attachment towards any of it. This is Vairagya. The non-attachment to the waves is Vairagya. Each body is a wave. Pure Vairagya, Purna Vairagyam is this. ये एक स्थिति है. वे वैराग्य की अद्भुत स्थिति है. Very few people have ever realized that, because we are so locked into the form, locked into the sense of the reality that we have mistaken the Vyavarika Satyam for the Paramarthika Satyam. We have mistaken that the wave should always be. The wave is eternal. Wave is not eternal. It is an Urmi. The birth of the body, the decay of the body, and the death of the body is Urmi, Jara, Maran. Jara meaning process of aging. Aging and then going away, back into nature again. The wave dissolves. Ocean doesn't go away. So Purna Vairagya, what is this? What is the sadhana? You can do this sadhana by going on a beach. Literally, one of the best places to do this sadhana. This is a Vedantic sadhana. Sachin is now going to go into pure Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, for the rest of this year, next year, into all the way through Vivek Chudamani. We're going to talk only pure Advaita Vedanta, because there's reasons for that. Someday I'll explain it later sometime. But we cannot understand the other systems until this is thoroughly understood. So, what is the sadhana? Go onto the beach. Go by yourself if you want, or with a small group of people who are Vedanta students. And take a beach chair if you want, or take a beach towel and sit on the beach. And just observe the waves in the ocean. The waves are beautiful. They come and go, come and go. Then bring inside the mind, internally. Well, actually, before you bring what I'm going to tell you into the mind, do some mantra sadhana. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Thoda bhajan kirtan, thoda karna. Put some headphones on. Listen to 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of some bhajans. Bhagwan ko prarthana karna ke gyan dijiye. भगवान कृष्ण को प्रार्थना करना, शंकराचार्य जी को प्रार्थना करना, इष्ट देव को प्रार्थना करना, बड़े बड़े गुरुओं को प्रार्थना करना कि हे प्रभु आप ज्ञान दीजिए, ज्ञान चक्षु दीजिए. This is for Gyanis. Bhakti is always there. Bhakti, even for Jnanis, Bhakti is always there. Do the pradhana first, and then sit with a mudra, Jnana mudra, with this beautiful mudra. You can use different mudras. So many mudras are there. And then bring inside the mind. Everybody that has ever come on the planet, who is here now? Look at the basic facts. 110 years from now, maybe 120 at the most, everybody that is here will be gone. Not one person, not one being who is alive right now will be here 120 years from now. At the most. And then there's people coming and going all the way through. But everybody that is here, 8 billion people or something, I forgot what the population is, 7.4 billion people on the planet right now. 120 years from now, nobody will be here. Bring that into the mind. Before 120 years before today, 120 years before today, all millions and millions, billions of people and beings have come. They're not here now, meaning their bodies are gone. It is only a bubble. It is only a bubble. Like a chill child. A second analogy is the child blowing the bubble. The soap bubbles with the bubble stick cost maybe $1 to buy, $2 to buy. Some bubbles are big, some bubbles are small, some bubbles are tiny. When you blow the bubbles. Each human being, each being is a bubble. The very super rich, ultra powerful, they're big bubbles, big bubble. Very poor people, dilapidated, very, very ill, very sick, very downtrodden, tiny bubbles. Everybody's only the same bubble. This is all Vairagya. When you visualize this, this is the sadhana. That then come to the present. That all the people here, everybody, especially all of our relatives that we are stuck with, everybody's a bubble. Everybody is a bubble. Then this body is a bubble. This is the sadhana. Do it on a beach. And take steady breaths in and out. And what will happen? The mind will become free. It will become free of the names and forms that it is stuck with right now. For example, Sachin says, okay, this is my mother, my father, my this, my property, my this, my education, this happened to my life, this didn't happen, whatever. All of it is relatively real. It's there. But from a Gyan point of view, Paramarthika Satyam, none of it is of any relevance. How much relevance does a wave have on the ocean? It has relevance. For a few seconds, it has relevance. It has relevance, but I'm putting so much relevance in my mind. Oh my God, this thing's happened in my life. Somebody did this, somebody did that, this person did this. This person is mine, this person is not mine, this country is mine, this country is not mine, this race is mine, this race is not mine, this caste is mine, this is not mine. I like this, I don't like this. This massive entanglement is considered, the mind is blocked with this avidya. It is totally blocked with this avidya. It is a massive block that prevents the light of the Atma from shining. Awaken. Jaag jao isme se. Jagruti. Jagruti means to be awakened to the reality that is right in front of us. Now, some people might say, wait a minute. This is all very scary. How can I do this? He said, what is so scary about that? It is the reality. In fact, when we do this, all of our interactions with the world outside, they become non-frictional, non-conflictual. They become beautiful because nobody is ours. This body itself is not mine. We know that everybody goes into the grave or into that crematory. Is there anybody who doesn't? And every human being is only waiting in line to go over there. It's like waiting in line to go into the grave or go into the crematory. So this is a fact. Especially people say, my God, I don't want to think about that. I get depressed if I think. In fact, it is called the vitality. One shouldn't be depressed. One should be vital and say, love life completely. Even though the wave is temporary, then you can really appreciate the beauty of the wave because it is temporary. That everybody that is connected to us, we have the utmost wonder, regard, and respect and love for all that is around us. See, people misunderstand Vairagya. They say, Vairagya, you're negating all this. It is negation. It is the negation of the misperception. It is not the negation of the perception. The misperception is negated. For example, when I see my mother, her name is Rajini, so I see her, that's not really who she is. That's a name given to her by her parents. That's not who that tattva is actually. How can that be? That's just a name. That's just a form that keeps changing. So from a Gyan point of view, there is the Brahma Tattva, there is the Mahashakti. That's it. From the Vyavarika Satya, yes, we interact in the transactional, but even while interacting in the transactional Vyavarika level, okay, what happened today? How are you doing today? We have a normal conversation. The Jnani doesn't forget the reality. It's like saying, I can surf on the wave. I can appreciate the wave, but I never forget that it's only the ocean. That's all. There's no difference, actually. So to see beyond the names and forms, to see beyond the entanglements of memory. So, for example, if I see my mother, and let's say she starts talking about some incident from the past she had with my father. And she said, oh, this, he said something nasty to me sometime, or he said something very pleasant to me. He said this to me. He was a very nice man. He was this, he was that. Okay, this is all within the three gunas of Maya, that conversation. Even though that is there, the Jnani realizes that and remains free from that. Even though make talk about that subject, that other person doesn't know that you are seeing beyond that. They don't need to know that because their mind is only stuck in that limited thing. But a Jnani is one who always remains free. It's like seeing one wave after another, one wave after another. All six Urmis, he sees them, he experiences them, but never loses sight of the actual reality, Brahman only, God only. Satyam, Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So even though the experience is there, my mother is talking to me, somebody else is talking to me, okay, touch it. We talk to them in that way, obviously. But internally, there is no binding in the conversation. There is no karma connected in that conversation. There is no accumulated of karma. There is no rag, dvesh, aham, mamatva, moha, bhed. None of that is there. It is completely cut. And that is called vairagyam. And that is jnana. Also, jnana and vairagya always go together. Like the wings of a bird that can only fly with the two wings. Both are needed. Jnana and Vairagya Rupi Pakho Mumukshuni. Swaminarayan Bhagwan, he mentions this language like this beautifully. And others have say same thing. That the Mumukshu, so if Sachin is a Mumukshu and wants to be a Mukta, if and only if I say, oh, just add that to my bucket list. We make this bucket list. Okay, thoda karenge bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, maybe this, that, here, there. That it will not work that way. One has to be all in to become a Purana Jnani, not Ardho Jnani in Gujarati we say. There's no such thing as a half-baked Jnani. It's 100% or it's nothing. There's no middle ground in this. It's 100% Jnan or it is Ajnan. There's no half Jnan or 80% Jnan. No. There's no such thing. It is one or the other. And so the mumukshu is still in Ajnan, but the mumukshu transitions into Jivan Mukta, into a Mukta state. He transitions into a Mukta state by adopting the Mahavakya, Aham Brahmasmi. He adopts the Mahavakya, installs it, and with tremendous faith, tremendous nishta, Bhagavan ki bhakti karte hai. Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochiti na kangshiti samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma has explained this siddhant. This is the basic concept that you are the Brahman, you are the ocean. All is the ocean, all is the Brahman. And in that state, mad bhaktim labhate param. My bhakti, Bhagavan ki bhakti, Parabrahma ki bhakti milti hai isme. This is the basic idea. So for today, we're covering Shadurmi. These are 6 Urmis, 6 waves, and they are, hunger, thirst, becoming old, meaning old age, death, and infatuation, moha, delusion, which we will talk about tomorrow. This is a sadhana. There's nothing to be scared about, nothing to be afraid about. It is right in front of us. It just requires a little bit of retuning. And actually the benefit, what is the benefit? We become free. We have love. We have affection for all. Nobody gets stuck with us. We don't get stuck with anybody. Kabhi bhi nahi hota. And there's only the presence of the Lord everywhere. And nothing else is perceived. Why not? How beautiful, how wonderful. Kisi ka avgun nahi, kisi ka dosh nahi. Not to be stuck with the deficiencies of others, serve others, love others, but never to be stuck with anybody here in the sansar. This is the height of Jnana and Vairagya and the transcendence of the entanglement of the 6 Urmis. And we will continue tomorrow with the Urmi of Moha. With that, ओम ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्तिः मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं पूजामूलं गुरुर्पदं मोक्षमूलं गुरुर्कृपा ओम तमेव माता च पिता तमेव बन्धुश्च सखा तमेव विद्या द्रविणं तमेव सर्वं मम देव ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ओम दिव्यलिंगाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिंगाय नमः आनंदलिंगाय नमः आत्मलिंगाय नमः परमात्मलिंगाय नमः द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगाय नमः सूर्याय नमः चंद्राय नमः नक्षत्र विग्रहमते नमो नमः ओम कालकंटकटाय नमः ओम नवचक्रांगाय नमः नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम श्री उमा महेश्वर स्वामिने नमः ओम श्री राधा कृष्णार्पणमस्तु ओम दुर्गे दुर्गे रक्षिणी ठ ठ स्वाहा ओम ह्रीं स्वाहा